the Round Mound of Rebound. Sir Charles, the Chuckwagon, the Prince of Pizza. Charles Barkley had a lot of nicknames in his NBA career, and man, he was one of the most dominant players of his time, an undersized big, listed at 6'6", 6'7", depending on where you look. Very athletic. I don't know, maybe you compare him to like a Zion Williamson when he's healthy type of a player in today's NBA with his ability to grab offensive rebounds and do those crazy putbacks. Charles was obviously a very strong player, could work down on the post against some of the smaller players, and that's what I tried to emulate here in making this Charles Barkley build here in NBA 2K25. Charles was also a very good mid-range shooter as well, but it's 2025 and I had to emulate this build to be more of a 2K type of a build, so we made Charles Barkley with a little bit of a twist. We put some shooting on this. We've got some really good defensive stats on it. A little playmaking as well. Charles can run the floor, so if you are as excited as Charles is to watch this video, then stay tuned. You are not going to be disappointed. Let's get right into it. Let's go. What's good, everybody? It's your boy JD back with another NBA 2K25 build for you, and today I got you guys the Charles Barkley build, the one you guys have been waiting for. Apologize for the delay on this one. Your boy's been down and out sick here for the last 5-6 days. It's been pretty grueling, so just for that alone, me getting through this one here, drop a like on the video, subscribe if you're new. Let's get over to the builder and check out how I put together this Charles Barkley build in NBA 2K25. Let's go. Alright, so how did I put together this Charles Barkley build? Let's go ahead and get into it right here. We're going to go Charles Barkley, right-handed, jersey number 34. I know if you go to the Denver Nuggets, you can get number 34 if you want to wear that in the rec, or if you want to get a custom jersey with the name Barkley on it like I did. A couple of options for you there. Now for this particular build, I went at the power forward position. Obviously Charles Barkley, more of a power forward, undersized, big, like a Draymond Green, Zion, type build. Undersized, can grab boards, do all that good stuff here. So power forward position, we're going 6'7" for the height. We're going 245 for the weight. And we are going 7'3" on the wingspan. We want to have some long arms so that we can grab boards, block shots, and do all that stuff, being an undersized big, playing, in the rec or park or wherever it's going to be. So 6'7", 245, 7'3" wingspan. Let's go ahead and get into the physicals here. Now, I'm going to go ahead and show you the physicals first. Like I said in a lot of my other videos, they're tied into so many of the different badges and things like that. I think it makes the most sense to do that. Now, Barkley's pretty quick dude, pretty athletic guy. We're going to maybe take this just a touch higher because it's 2K. 2K is obviously built around speed, and being an undersized big, one of the advantages we want to have is to be able to move around, play lanes, do all that different type of stuff. So we're going 85 on the speed. For the agility, we're going to take that up to a 77. I think that's going to be more than enough to hang around with some of them bigs and stuff like that. Like I said, if you're playing in the rec like I do, I made this build to play in the rec primarily. 77 agility has been getting the job done. Now for the strength, this is one thing here. I'm going to go 86 initially on the strength. And then I'm actually going to use 5 of my cap breakers here to get this up to a 91. As you can see, you get the gold brick ball. 91 strength also helps you unlock some other things as well. So 86 strength, and then I'm using my 5 cap breakers to put that up to a 91. And then we're going 80 on the vertical as well. I'm a big believer that vertical helps out with rebounding, blocking shots, that type of stuff. I've seen some crazy rebound animations, and I like to think that that's tied in having some good vertical on your build. So 80 on your vertical, again, gonna help you be more athletic, move around, do all of that good stuff. Now let's go ahead and get up to the finishing. Now when I say this is a Charles Barkley build, I'm making it more like, think of like more of a Draymond Green Charles Barkley hybrid. Maybe if Charles Barkley played in the NBA today. I don't make more like inside type builds, so just keep that in mind as we get through this. Don't kill me because it's not a true quote-unquote Charles Barkley build. I think we got pretty close to it, but think of Charles Barkley maybe if he played in the NBA today. So go ahead with the close shot here. If you're going to be grabbing offensive rebounds, you're going to want to put that ball up real quick. So we're going to go 84 on our close shot. Then down to the driving layup. This is one spot maybe we're going to sacrifice just a touch here. we're going to go 70 on the driving layup. And then for the driving dunk itself, again, this was more of a, I want to have a little more fun with the type of a build attribute right here. So I went 80 on the driving dunk. That's going to help unlock some very nice dunk packages. You know, if this was going to be more of, like I said, a true Barkley build, maybe you would flip-flop these two stats here a little bit. Don't get me wrong, obviously, like I said, Barkley was a very athletic dude in his prime, and he probably did have close to an 80 driving dunk, but this is what I'm going to go ahead and do here. This is the big one for me. As you guys know, standing dunk on some of these undersized builds, 72 is that sweet spot, so you can get that bronze rise up. So we're going to put 72 on here. So when you're grabbing those old boards, you're going to see some of the clips. We're getting old boards and we're going back up with it, and we're throwing that thing down. So definitely that 72 standing dunk is very nice to have on an undersized build like this. If you wanted to go higher, you certainly could. And then for the post control, I'm not going to do anything too crazy on here that went up because I moved the strength up. I'm just putting 51 post control on here. You're not going to get any real post badges or anything like that, but some of the times I'll get matched up at like the small forward position or even the shooting guard position on this build, I think, just because of the height. And you get some of those small guards down low. Trust me, you can drop step them, you can post spin them, you can do all of that stuff, even just having a 51 post control on there. This build wasn't made to be like, you know, going up against 7'3" inside bigs and trying to mash down low or anything like that. Like I said, it's more of a undersized, being able to move around, utilize, you know, your asset, you know, your attributes and things like that. So just 51 on the strength. As you can see, as far as some of the badges go here, you get float game and paint prodigy both on silver. Paint prodigy, very important to have. Obviously, like I said, if you get down low, you grab an offensive rebound or you catch a ball down low, be able to go up for a quick layup. The 70 driving layup does get you bronze physical finisher. We also get gold aerial wizard, so you're definitely going to be able to catch lobs and everything, have a little fun on this. And then I just talked about silver float game. With the 80 driving dunk, we're getting bronze posterizer. So, you know, you can meter dunk a little bit. Like I said, 80 driving dunk will get you access to a lot of very nice dunk packages, like the Devin Booker package, amongst others. I just hit starter 4 not that long ago, so I did unlock like quick drops off 1. Some of those other things too, very nice to have on a build like this. And then we talked quite a bit about the 72 standing dunk already. Getting that bronze rise up, very nice to have. You can even max +1 that if you wanted to put it up to silver. Help yourself out a little bit more going that route as well. And then the 51 post control. So let's go ahead and do it for the finishing. Let's jump over to the shooting. For the shooting, if you guys watch any like Charles Barkley highlights, he was a very good mid-range shooter. So that's something we definitely wanted to do with this build here. We're gonna go up to 85 for the mid-range on this shot, or on this build, and then we're going to go to 76 on our 3-ball. So 85 on the mid-range, 76 on the 3-ball, and then with the extra attributes we had left over at the end here, I'm going to put the free throw up to a 73. Again, if you're playing rec like I do, this is going to be more than enough to be consistent shooting your free throws. The 76 3-ball, you can see the badges we get here because we have that 85 mid-range. You get the silver Deadeye, you get set shot specialist on silver, you also get shifty shooter on bronze too. So if you want to shoot a little bit of fades, you want to do some stuff in the mid-range, definitely can do that. You know, you don't get like limitless or anything too crazy on this. Like I said, I wanted to keep it a little bit true to form. Like I said, I'm more envisioning this as like a Barkley / maybe Draymond Green, I don't know, type of a build. But again, I wanted to have that nice solid mid-range on there. And then also by having the 85 mid-range, it does give you access to a lot of very nice jump shots as well. So that was definitely another reason why you wanted to have that mid-range shot up so high. So I think all in all, the shooting on this build has been pretty good so far. We've been able to get our hot zones in the rec, you know, pretty easily and everything. I'll show you guys the jump shot, the animations and all that stuff at the end of the video here. So definitely stay tuned for that. Moving down to the playmaking, we're not doing anything too crazy here. Again, because we're going to be like the power forward, we're not a primary rebounder. We want to have enough passing on here to be be effective, you know, if we're playing in the rec and stuff like that. So we're going to put 75 pass accuracy on here. We're also going to put 75 ball handle on this build. Again, just enough to be able to get some decent animations, move around a little bit, have a little bit of fun, you know. And then speed with ball, same thing here, we're going 75. So actually going 75 on all 3 stats here in the playmaking category. As you can see, we get lightning launch on silver. With the ball handling stats here being 75, you get ankle assassin, handles for days, and unpluckable all on bronze. as well as strong handle because we have that 91 strength on gold. You know, so you're gonna be able to, like I said, you're gonna be able to move. You're gonna get some nice dribble animations and everything like that. Be able to have a little bit of fun on the build. And then the 75 pass accuracy, you will get silver break starter and silver dimer. So if you are getting rebounds, you're able to get the ball at the court, throw some of them outlet passes and stuff like that. The silver dimer, if you're catching offensive rebounds, kicking it out to them, and helping them knock down shots and everything. So again, not too crazy here on the playmaking, but just enough to be effective, have a little bit of fun. Now down to the defense here. Again, this is one where I probably would want to go a little bit higher, but again, because I'm a power forward, you know, I do get thrown at the small forward position quite a bit too, so I want to put a little bit of interior defense on here, but nothing too crazy. So we just went 74 on the interior defense, enough to get post lockdown on bronze in case we do get, you know, matched up against some of them, you know, bigger inside type centers a little bit. Now for the perimeter defense, this is one where I went a little bit higher as well. I'm going to go 84 on my perimeter defense, and then I'm going to use my last cap breaker from hitting 40 last season to get up to 85. You can see that'll get you the on-ball menace on silver by doing that. So I am going to use my other cap breaker here. For the steal, we're not going too crazy on the steal. Not going to be playing a lot of on-ball defense or anything like that. We're going 73 with our steal. And then for the block, we're going to go 84. So we can pair that 84 block with our interior defense to be able to get Paint Prodigy or Paint Patroller on silver. So definitely, you know, like I said, going to help protect the paint a little bit. And from experience playing in the rec, again, I think with the strength and everything, the athleticism on this build, you know, it does play pretty solid, you know, decent interior defense. Now moving down to the rebounding, obviously we got to have some rebounding on this build. That was one thing, you know, the Round of Rebound was his nickname, so we're definitely going to put some rebounding on here. With offensive rebound, just because offensive rebound is a little bit cheaper, we're going to go 85 on the offensive rebound. We're going to go ahead and max that out. And then for the defensive rebound, we're going to put it up to an 80. That way we've got some solid rebounding on both ends of the floor. And like I said, I can say from experience playing with some of my guys in the rec that this build has been snagging over like 6'10" and 7-foot plus centers that I've played with. So again, you're going to be able to snag boards. You're going to be able to have a lot of fun on this build as well. Now running through the defensive and rebounding badges, you can see we get, because we have the 85 offensive rebound, it helps us get the gold box out beast because we also have that 91 strength. We also get silver rebound chaser and pogo stick. We talked about the silver paint patroller with the combination of the interior defense and the 84 block. We also get silver high flying denier, which is going to come in handy for getting some of those chase downs. As far as the steal goes, silver interceptor, nothing too crazy, enough to play lanes, definitely get some steals, and then we do get the bronze glove, so you're able to get some on-ball steals, get some plucks as well, so not too shabby there. And then again, I talked about using my next cap breaker on this to get to 85, which would give us silver on-ball menace. We also get silver challenger, pick dodger, and then we get immovable enforcer, and off-ball pest on gold. So again, gonna be pretty solid all around on the defensive side as far as the build goes and everything like that. So that's gonna go ahead and finish out the build here. I'm gonna show you guys the build name, and then I'll show you the badges, animations, jump shot, and all that stuff. You can see we get shades of Sean Marion, Scotty Barnes, and PJ Washington, and it's called a versatile defender. Once you put the cap breakers on there, it gives you the option for a two-way mid-range menace or something, magician, and I don't know. I can't remember the exact name off the top of my head, but I decided to keep the versatile defender. I was trying to get one that had one of them board hunting names on it, which unfortunately I couldn't finesse it around to keep all the stats I wanted and get that name on there. So we stuck with the versatile defender. Now let's go ahead, I'll get over it, I'll show you guys the animations, the jump shots, and everything like that. Alright, so we're back in the city. I'm going to show you guys everything here. As you can see, for the attributes, we got it maxed out at a 99 overall. And then as far as the cap breakers, I told you we were going to add the +1 to the perimeter defense to give that an 85. And then we added our +5 to the strength so that we could have a 91 strength on here. I'll get another one cap breaker for this season here once I hit level 40. I'm not quite sure where I'll put that. I might throw it on speed or agility or something like that. Maybe on strength just to give it another little boost of strength or anything like that. As far as the animations go, I know you guys like to see those. I'm not running anything too crazy on this one. You can see I'm using Pastel Demonis bonus. dribble style Jalen Green. Because we're that 6'7", kind of undersized type of a build, you do get access to some of these shorter player, the 6'5" to 6'9" animations. If you guys want to pause the video and look at it real quick, I'm not going to spend too much time on this. Again, I'm not a huge dribbler or anything like that, but I just want to show you guys the animations and everything that I currently have on here. Now, as far as the jump shot goes, I've messed around with a couple of different jump shots. This is the one I kind of sold on here. It's going to be the Jalen Tyson base with the Luka Doncic and Michael Porter Jr. uppers. You can see I'm running it just almost halfway between push and release, about 3/4 speed, and then 65% Luka, 35% Michael Porter Jr. You can see the stats over on the right hand side, pretty solid overall. I know Jalen Tyson's been a very popular base. It's one I hadn't tried out, and it's been pretty solid for me so far, like I said. So I know you guys always want to see the animations and the jump shot, so thought I would bring that to you guys before we got out of here. But that's really going to do it for the video, guys. I hope you guys like this Charles Barkley-esque build. Like I said, it's been a lot of fun to play on so far. You know, once I get it all maxed out and everything, I got a couple of badges to finish up. Maybe we'll do some gameplay. We'll do like a rec gameplay or something like that type of a video. You know, see it in action a little bit more and stuff like that. So, like I said, if you guys have stuck around this long, I appreciate you. Don't forget to drop a like on the video. Subscribe if you're new. I'll see you in the next one. I'm out. Peace.